The Ghana Private Road Transport Union has presented a proposal to Parliament seeking a reconsideration of the Emission Levy bill to be implemented in 2024. The bill approved by Parliament imposes an annual 100 Ghana cedis charge on petrol and diesel car owners starting from January 2024. Minority Leader Dr. Keselato Forson says the tax has not been well thought through.
What sort of tax is this? It's regressive. It's regressive because the person using a motorbike should not pay the same tax to the person using Lexus NX 570. The Speaker, so we should be careful what we are legislating on. The Speaker, aside that, the second leg is a tax on carbon dioxide equivalent emission from specific sectors, the Speaker, and these are the sectors. Construction sector. So if you have a construction company and you produce any form of what I don't go describe as smoke, smoke. The Speaker, one ton of smoke is 100 Ghana cedis per annum. How are you going to measure that? Tell us, how are you going to measure 1 ton of smoke? The Speaker, 2 tons, 200 Ghana, 3 tons, 400 Ghana, 4 to 5 tons, 500 Ghana. So how are you going to measure it? You are taxing Okada, you are taxing Prajia, you are taxing Uber cars, you are taxing Trotro, and you are also taxing Mahama Kandu. Mahama Kandu, it's called Prajia, it's in the northern Ghana. This tax will not affect only the rich people. This tax will affect the lowest of our society, including the MPP food soldier. The Speaker, this tax is an Okada tax. It's a tax on motorbike. It's a tax on Prajia. Remember, you are going back to your delegates. Tell them about what you are introducing. I believe that this tax is not properly thought through. The mechanism to assess the value or the tonnage of emission that one, based on the sectors, will emit. The Speaker, certainly, I know that it is not available.
But Energy Minister Dr. Marty Opoku-Prempeh says the world is moving on from internal combustion vehicles, and this new levy will help propel the country to the new era of electric vehicles.
By 2030, combustion engines will be outlawed in parts of Europe, where most of our cars come from. We will not get those combustion engines or spare parts to come and repair those cars here. And it will become extremely punitive and even more expensive to even bring such car parts. The whole world is moving. I was with you in COP28. And we all learned the fact that the world is moving. The climate change agenda, Mr. Speaker, was assented to on behalf of Ghanaians by President John Dramani Mahama. And Ghana made its contributions, and it included trying to minimize pollutants. Yes, before the climate warming, if you wouldn't even learn about what is happening in this world, no wonder we are where we are. You are talking about taxing generators. In whose tenure did Ghana become populated with generators? Thank you. Because, so when you have my brothers on the opposite side, blowing both hot and cold, that's what we will have in this country. Under President Mahama, we signed the Paris Climate Accord.
Well, the GPRTU is concerned about the additional tax burden on the transport sector, and they've threatened to raise fares by at least 60%. We'll be speaking to Abbas Moro, who is spokesperson for GPRTU, to get his thoughts about it, because this is coming at a time where online drivers are also raising concerns about the additional burden the tax measure is going to put on them, especially with the income tax. But this is emission tax. Is this even necessary at this point in time? We'll get on the phone lines now and speak to spokesperson for GPRTU, Abbas Imoro. Thank you so much for joining us here on Newsdesk. First off, let's get your thoughts on this. Government says it is important that they introduce this emission tax because, one, they plan to protect the economy. They plan to also ensure that our environment is safe. But GPRTU, you will have none of this. Is that the case? Abbas, you'd have to unmute for me so that I can hear you clearly. First off, I want to find out your position now. As GPRTU, government says it is important that they implement the emission levy because they plan to protect our environment, especially at a time when we're fighting illegal mining and other harmful practices to our environment. But GPRTU, you would have none of this? Is that what you're saying?
Well, you have to take your time and listen to us very carefully. All we are saying is a budget has been placed before Parliament. And as Ghanaians, we notice something we have to draw their attention to. We are already paying sanitation and pollution levy of 10% on a liter. And they have twisted the word again on the same pollution, saying we have to pay on that also. Here we are to draw the Speaker's attention that we think it will be double taxes on one item. Notwithstanding that, as we speak now, we are already facing hardship on operating transport in the country today. Currently, prices of spare parts, lubricants have gone up from 200%, etc., etc. But we are trying to manage with it and see, looking at the current economic situation. Here we are, we notice another part on the taxes that they will increase the part on certain items, excluding life insurance, but including automobile. So we are saying currently, we are already placing high on those items. So we are drawing the Speaker's attention to that of those presented two items. The items that will go to Speaker, we will have a look at it. If those things, we keep quiet. And the budget will raise the case on this automobile item, meaning we are going to face more hardship on what we are facing today that we are complaining. So these are the two things to go to the Speaker on. It's not to say that DDLA has also come up with some introduction, of which is also affecting our transport business as well. I have my vehicle, I'm operating with it, I don't have to pay for my road safety certificates, etc. My vehicle breaks down, and I'm unable to fix it for about a year before I'm able to fix it. If I go to renew my document, they will ask me to pay for the period that I'm not using my vehicle. Not satisfied with that. If I pay for that period, for example, and it is 100 gas, I have to pay 400 extra as punishment for not renewing my document for the period that I was not using my vehicle. These are some of the things that we do the biggest attention to. Also, the DHL one was not included. But we are saying, if nothing is not being done, all these things, anyway, we are patiently waiting for a reply from the Parliament. We are not in the right system. As everybody knows, we believe in dialogue than violence. So we are patiently waiting to hear from them. But if nothing is being done, and we have to go through all this, we are saying that they will come out with an upward adjustment in oil, not less than 50%. This is all that we are saying.
But then what is informing this 60% adjustment you're proposing? Because I recall some months back when fuel prices dropped, GPRTU, you were adamant to reduce the cost of fares. Now you want to increase it by 60% because government is intending to pay 100 cedis annually. What is informing this calculation?
Yes, and Ghanaians as we are. Currently, we are even saying the price of fuel is on the higher side. Because there are some products on this which have overstayed its usefulness. And if they are being taken off, I think automatically the price of fuel will also come down. We always come up with an upward adjustment considering lubricants, spare parts, fuel, and when we take documentation, we make dollars, DVLA, taxes, etc. These are the components we look at before coming up with. And as I speak now, prices of spare parts has gone up not less than 200 as we speak now. The new VAT having cap, which we are drawing the biggest attention to consider. All those things are being done. So these are the areas we look at before coming out with an upward adjustment.
Thank you so much, Abbas Moro, spokesperson for GPRTU.